Before we start, let me warn you, this looks like a very simple dish, but there are two small secrets here that completely change how cabbage tastes. One is about garlic, and the other one is about cabbage. And yes, cabbage has trust issues. Treat it wrong, and it will taste sad. I add the oil to the pan, and I don't let it smoke. I add the ground meat early and let the oil and meat heat up together. It sounds boring, but this keeps the meat juicy. Burnt oil looks dramatic, but it never tastes good. Now the onion. I'm not a professional chef. I don't chop like I'm racing someone. I go slow. Very slow. Don't worry, I'll speed this part up. I respect your time and my fingers. I may not be fast, but I am a good cook. Before adding the onion, I give the meat a little time in the oil. I break down the larger pieces just a bit. Nothing fancy. It just helps everything cook more evenly later. And honestly, the smell of browned meat right now, that's the moment you know you're on the right track. I push the meat to the side of the pan, making room for the onions. They deserve their own space. I cook the onion in the meat fat. Why? Because onion loves flavor. It's like a sponge with opinions. Plain oil is fine, but meat fat, that's where it shines. Now the onion goes in. I add a small pinch of salt right away. This helps the onion release a little moisture while it's frying. So it softens, sweetens, and tastes better in the end. Small step, big payoff. Now, garlic. And this one actually matters. I crush it first, then I chop it. Because crushed garlic wakes up. Chopped garlic is polite, crushed garlic shows up to the party. Now that the garlic is in, this part needs attention. You've probably seen those cooking videos where the pan is left alone and no one is in the frame. That doesn't work. Food burns. Garlic burns even faster, so keep stirring. Stay with it. This is not a walk-away moment. Spices, garlic powder, turmeric, black pepper, salt, paprika, nothing exotic. This is everyday food, not a passport stamp. Now it's tomato time. I think 2 medium tomatoes are enough here. I dice them small. And yes, I'll speed this part up again. I want you hungry, not bored. If you like smoky flavors, you can grill the tomatoes first. Totally optional, but very tasty if you're into barbecue vibes. All right, tomatoes go in. I stir again and let them do their thing. The pan looks messy. Don't panic. Cooking always looks worse before it looks good. Honestly, that's a life lesson. Now the mushrooms. Small dice again. They cook faster and blend better this way. Mushrooms follow. And if you hear clicking sounds right now, that's me adjusting the electric heat. Still, nothing beats a gas stove. Let's be honest. A few spoonfuls of tomato paste. Let it fry just a bit. Then hot water or broth. Cover the pan and let things calm down. At this point, your pan should already look amazing. Honestly, this mixture alone is basically a full meal. You could even toss this with pasta. Yes, really. I'm not joking. I add a bit of liquid, cover the pan, and let everything cook together so the flavors can finally agree on something. Now, cabbage. Please, don't chop it tiny. Cabbage hates being rushed. Give it space. Give it time. Soft, flavorful cabbage is patient cabbage. Now the cabbage goes in. I gently turn it over so every piece gets coated with all that flavor underneath. This part needs patience. You want the cabbage soft, but not mushy. 10 to 20 minutes depending on how tender you like it. Good cabbage texture is not an accident. When the liquid is gone, it's cheese time. Mozzarella goes on, heat goes low, and we don't touch it. This is not the moment to be impatient. Once the cheese melts, you can add herbs, parsley, coriander, or even tarragon, whatever you have. Today I didn't have fresh herbs, so I used dried ones. It still works. If you're not into strong flavors, skip the tarragon. Cooking should fit your taste. This is how I like it. How do you cook cabbage? More cheese? Less cheese? Do you hide it from kids? Or proudly serve it? Tell me in the comments. I'm actually curious. This dish is comforting, practical, and surprisingly kid-approved. If cabbage disappears from the plate, I consider that a success. See you next time.